It's
like, sacrifice.
To be a good Muslim, you must sacrifice an animal.
Yeah.
Hey mate, how are you?
Hello.
This is it's a bit confronting, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
So can you guess what country this was filmed in?
I'd say here.
Yeah.
I've eaten meat all my life, so
Yeah.
I was guilty as anyone.
Yeah, me too. I ate meat for 26 years. Ate animals. You know, I never thought of meat as an animal. I thought of it something detached from an animal.
Well,
Just
we don't, because it's something you buy in a shop.
yeah.
And it's just, what it is.
They keep the nitty gritty hidden from us, don't they? For a reason.
With good reason. Because the more people see it,
The less people buy it.
people buy their meat.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about for them.
They don't care about animals at all. Okay, they might say, oh, we care about their welfare, we're looking after their welfare. At the end of the day, they all get slaughtered.
Yeah. And it doesn't really matter how you slaughter them.
No.
The point is,
You're
took
taking their life.
so
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how you treat them either. Because,
No, I agree.
because you can treat them really nicely and then slash their throat open,
Yeah.
you know.
This is something I've been pondering myself for a short time.
Yeah.
That it really doesn't matter how the living conditions of the animal are, how good they are, and whether you want to talk about some sort of social contract with the animal where you provided it with safety and shelter and food, if the ultimate aim is to kill the poor bastard in the first place.
The animal has no choice in this. The animals...
They don't, that's why it's not really a contract, it's the way it's described by some people, isn't it? Because
They don't know anything about no contract. It's a mutual thing, a mutual agreement if there's some type of contract. Animals are being treated as property and they're being used for the benefit of farmers, and consumers are consuming their body parts unaware of how they're even ending up on their plate. Do you know why they kill the male calves in the dairy industry? Because the males won't grow up to produce milk, so they're useless. So they kill them. Or they, not always for meat, they just dispose of them. They're a waste product. Are you vegan, dude?
No.
You know all about this? Have you been here before?
No.
So you know that male chicks are minced up alive in the egg industry, and do you still consume eggs? Yeah. How about flesh? Do you consume flesh still, or? Yeah. You know, that's funny, because I knew about this for a little while before I changed as well, but the first step is knowing what happens. We want to encourage people to make more ethical choices, and the only way you can make a choice that, you know, lessens the harm of animals as far as you possibly can is by choosing plant-based foods. So not eating them at all, not choosing free-range eggs, not eating eggs at all.
Right.
Free-range chickens are all slaughtered. Okay? We're not for animal welfare, we're for ending animal use completely. We want to liberate animals. And the public are in the position of power.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would it be unethical to keep chickens and eat their eggs but let them die of natural causes?
I would, okay. So there's a few things with that. Where did we acquire the chickens from? Okay, because if we acquire the chickens from a hatchery that separates the males from females, all those males are minced up alive in a macerator. So if you acquire them from unethical means, which would mean a hatchery, that would be supporting an unethical industry. If you rescued those chickens from a factory farm, meaning they were facing an imminent death, you were looking after them, you know, and you were just eating the eggs that dropped out of their bodies. The chickens need to replace the calcium loss because they're sort of selectively bred to produce like 300 eggs a year when they usually would produce about 20. So they need to eat their own eggs. These chickens aren't naturally making this amount of eggs, you know.
From 20 to 300 is a big difference.
But let's just say you fed the shells back to them, you just had what was inside the eggs. You know? Let's just say you were vegan in all other aspects of your life. You weren't eating gas-chambered pigs from bacon, you weren't eating lambs, you weren't consuming any other animal product except for those eggs. The problem is we are viewing animals as a resource. So this is the whole mentality we're trying to change.
And treating them like every other resource that we think is for us
Exploiting
to
them.
use, you know, whether we're digging it out of the ground or...
I think the particular thing about this resource is that they are sentient beings who have their own subjective experience. So it's like treating human beings as resources, dogs as resources. You know, it's not like carrots. Carrots don't have their own subjective experience.
Right, they don't have any consciousness
Yeah,
that we know of, so...
Yeah, well, they don't have pain receptors, a brain.
It's like from where I'm from,
Yeah.
my culture and all that stuff. We don't like go through all this gruesome process.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Okay, how do they kill the animals over there?
So like it sounds a bit poetic, but at the end of the day, they're still killing the animal.
Yeah.
But
So you don't think that's brutal, or?
They do it in a more, how can I say it, like humane, if I can say that.
Okay.
I know it sounds...
It's a humane killing.
I know it sounds stupid, but...
কই আম্মু কই
Well, I used to think that you could kill someone humanely, and then I thought about it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's stupid, like...
Yeah. I don't think the Bangladeshi animals want to have their head chopped off just as much as the ones here.
Yeah.
How about you, my friend? Have you ever thought about this before?
No.
Does it make you feel uncomfortable seeing these images? Yeah.
From where I stand, I cannot eat rice and vegetables always.
Yeah.
From where I am.
Where are you living though? Here?
No, from my perspective,
Okay.
my eating habits,
Yeah.
from what
I don't just eat rice and vegetables either. I eat burgers, I eat pizza, I eat whatever I want.
I have a friend who's vegan. So
Yeah, you know there's awesome
yeah,
stuff
I
to
know,
eat, ice cream and
yeah,
chocolate.
I know.
Yeah.
I know all that.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. You know that there's alternatives. You know that this is not right. So you know that you have the power in your hands from the animals that you could be contributing to their harm or not. The power is
But
in
like,
your hands.
would just be just one single person changing, would it make a difference in the big picture? That's often where I get stuck at.
Well, you know, like we could say like the same thing about child abuse or some form of injustice. Would one less person abusing a child make a difference? Well, yeah, it does in your own life. You cannot stop what other people are doing, but you can control your own actions, and over the course of your life you could be contributing to a lot less harm to many, many animals. It's easy to choose plant-based foods. It's easy to choose plant-based clothing, you know. We have plenty of alternatives. We have alternatives for animal-tested products. So there's things we can do practically within society to avoid animal use, and that's all veganism is. And we're not changing people's beliefs, because most people have the same beliefs I do. They believe animals deserve moral respect, they deserve, you know, a life without harm. They just don't live in alignment with that.
That's right, and it's just more about not knowing. I think it's probably the beginning of it all. Most people just don't know.
So like the agriculture industry, so you know the rice,
Yeah.
the vegetables and all that, they also do have a huge impact on the environment altogether.
They have an impact. Everything has an impact on the
Yeah,
environment.
like what I would say that like a negative impact, like everything
Yeah.
that we do, sustaining agriculture, like
Yeah, everything just by existing, we have an
Yeah.
impact on the environment, but we cannot avoid that. But nothing has more of an impact on the environment than animal products.
yeah.
Yeah, so, and also you're not just impacting the environment with animal products, you're impacting a sentient being's life, their liberty, you know, their pain and suffering, their freedom, your own health as well, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, all
But like
contributing.
some species of animals, they came into existence
Yeah.
just because they were bred for consumption.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't justify slashing their throat open just because you bred them into existence. I mean, would you say that that's moral, to breed someone into existence so you can use them for their body, slash their throat open, chop them up into pieces? Would you say that that's moral? Or?
It's like we have a religious practice because I'm Muslim, so
Yeah.
like it's customary to sacrifice an animal.
It's
Yeah.
traditional, it's customary.
Yeah, it's like a must, like
Yeah.
tradition.
It's
Like sacrifice.
To be a good Muslim, you must sacrifice an animal.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised the amount of people that find out. A lot of them, wow, they're willing to change. A lot of them, it's so ingrained into them, they don't have the, they find out about it and they just live inconsistently.
It's always difficult for human beings to make changes in their life,
Yeah.
especially ones that they might think are quite
Extreme
or radical changes, because this is something that is about your everyday life, isn't it?
And it's something from when you were a child. It's
absolutely,
To be a good Muslim, as in
to be
like,
Muslim, you must sacrifice animals.
that's not how you put it. It's like so we have our I would say you have Christmas.
Yeah.
So we have our own food celebrations. So one is sacrificing an animal and feeding it to the poor in the name of God.
Do you do this?
Yeah.
You personally get a knife and you slash an animal's
I
throat?
don't do it, but we have people who do it for us. But
So you don't personally sacrifice the animal?
I don't personally do it with my hand.
Why not?
Because I'm not used to those things.
You're not good with killing animals?
There's the technique and all that stuff. So
Okay.
they're more.
Okay. Do you have to sacrifice animals to be a Muslim?
That's not completely 100% necessary.
Yeah. So you can be a Muslim and not consume animals at all, because
It's not about consuming animals.
Or-
You can be a Muslim and never consume meat altogether.
Yeah, you can still be a Muslim and be vegan. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can sacrifice the meat, sacrifice the animal, and give it to those who are less unfortunate, who are not able to provide for themselves. How would you say that? Poor and the needy. So you sacrifice the animal and you donate.
So you feed the animal's body to the poor and the needy.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to feed the poor and the needy, why not feed them plant foods that you didn't have to abuse and kill an animal for, and you can still give to the poor and needy?
It's put in in that sense. So how in the ancient times, ancient as in in those
Back in the
medieval
day,
times,
yeah.
So everyone used to have their own livestock.
Yeah.
Sheep and whatever you call it.
Okay.
So it said that your most precious possession
Okay.
in the form of an animal, you sacrifice it in the name of God, so that you know that you're willing to sacrifice anything in the name of God.
Last time I saw your campaign, your pictures weren't impactful, but I'm glad you've stepped up again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, would you like a card? Challenge
glad-
22.
I'm glad you've increased it.
Are you a vegan yourself?
No.
You can try a vegan challenge on the back here. Okay, challenge 22. It's free, it's on Facebook. That's what I was just about to tell you about. Could you sacrifice things within yourself, maybe sacrifice some of your free time to help the needy, make these other sacrifices?
That's what it's all
These
about.
type of sacrifices,
But
you don't...
That's also there, but that's a symbolic sacrifice.
I mean, you're talking back in the day, sacrificing animals. We're looking back. There's many things we used to do back in the day that now.
When I was young, I had a huge problem with that, because I was really affectionate to animals when I was young, but then how would you say,
you conditioned yourself to
desensitize myself, because I still remember when I used to cry when the slaughtering used to happen.
You believe Allah created us, right? Okay. So why would Allah create children to be afraid of their own food being slaughtered? Why would Allah create animals to feel pain, suffer, want to live in peace? Why would Allah, a loving God, create animals to be...
There's that. So I know a lot of things, but see, it's not organized.
Yeah, but brother, you can read the book, that's totally fine. And things that they used to do 1,000 years ago, and you could do that to this day, or you could listen to your heart, which God gave you this right here, right and wrong. When you see this, what does your heart tell you? That's messed up. Okay, now your conscience is coming from somewhere. Who gave you your conscience?
God, yeah.
Obviously. This is messed up. You don't have to eat animals or animal products or use animals to be a Muslim. No one's saying you can't be a Muslim and be vegan.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I said,
yeah. There's plenty of Muslim vegans, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I knew that they were mistreated, but I never had the picture to...
A knife in the throat is mistreatment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pat them all you like, look after them all you like, you slash their throat open at the end of the day, that's mistreatment. Yeah. Yeah. See how you go. Thanks a lot, mate.
Keep it up.
No worries, brother. Good conversation. This is Challenge 22. It's free on Facebook. You don't have to pay anything. Some more information about environment, health, what it's doing to our health.
Yeah.
Muslims, you have to look after your health, right? Animal products are causing the leading illnesses to human beings. Amazon deforestation, environmental destruction. God's earth, we are destroying for this. Do God's work, mate.
Alright.
No worries, brother.